Welcome into Elmwood-Brimfield High School. We're getting ready for the matchup between the West Hancock Titans and the Trojans of Elmwood-Brimfield. The Titans are set to receive Garner Grothaus, and Coltonberg are the returners. Kicking off for the Trojans is going to be number 35. That's Beau Gruneau, set to kick off. We had some complications last week. I'd like to apologize for all those at Warsaw High School. We're here in Elmwood-Brimfield. We got everything working. The stream is up and running in 2 weeks until we're back in Warsaw. So hopefully we will be able to get those internet issues figured out. Next week will be a matchup in Macomb. But today we're facing off against the 2-0 Elmwood-Brimfield Trojans and the 0-2 West Hancock Titans. The Trojans 2 wins so far this season, coming against the Knoxville Blue Bullets and the Illini West Chargers, two future opponents for the Titans. Kickoff is set, and we're underway here at 7 o'clock, right on the dot. And there's a kickoff high and booming to Tucker Coltonberg. He returns it, crosses up, tries to cut back up the middle, but a good collective tackle, team tackle from the Trojans. And the Titans will start with the ball at around the 20-yard line.
That's where the Titans will begin, first down and 10 from their own.
The Titans on offense averaging 28 points per game so far this season. Defense allowing 59 per game so far as well. The Titans averaging a total of 185 passing yards per game so far. Only 69 rushing yards is their game average on the year. Titans have a total of 5 interceptions, 9 turnovers total on offense this season. Set up in shotgun. They hand it off up the middle. I believe this is to Dayton, and that gets stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Ball will be placed at the 20. It's going to be a loss of about 2. And the Titans will go on 2nd and 12. So far on this season, Chandler Dayton, 17 rushing attempts for 40 yards is his total amount. 2.35 yards per carry on the season. That one's going to knock him back 2 on that play. Bryce Varner, the quarterback, first-year quarterback here for the Titans. Last year we got to see Gavin Grothaus, and we saw Bryce Varner in the slot receiver area, now moving him to the QB position. Set up in shotgun again, drop back the pass, looking right, switch back left. He's going to use his feet instead. He gets open, first down marker, and room to go. He's at the 50. He's getting across. Can he pass one more? He can't, but he gets all the way to the 42, and a Lost Boy Digital first down for the West Hancock Titans. And Bryce Varner uses his feet early here in Elmwood-Brimfield to get the first down. Great recognition. Pocket collapsing, just gets out. Got his 2 reads in, decides to cut it up the middle of the field. A great run there by Bryce Varner. Varner on the year, 50 rushing yards, leads the team in rushing yards on 22 attempts. Go ahead and add 20 to his name, or even more, 30 to his name. He's up to 80 rushing yards on the season on 23 attempts. Shotgun again. They're going to fake the handoff. Quarterback keeper, a little bit of miscommunication possibly. Back to the line and a few more. He gets up to the 33, and he's tackled short of the line by 2 or 3 yards. It'll be 2nd down here for the Titans, and Varner doing all the work so far. Adds 7 more to his name here today. Titans yet to get a win here this season, trying to get their first against Elmwood-Brimfield. It was a close matchup against Elmwood-Brimfield last season. 24-14 was the final score in Hamilton. A year before that, it was 44-22. Titans trying to get their first win of the year. Coach Dorothy last season said after the game he wanted his team to start out hot and early, get it going, and they're doing so far. Right now, blitz, that's tipped in the air, loose ball, and they're going to call a tip, incompletion. Dangerous situation there, called blitz, got around to the edge. The tip made by Landon Klein, the senior. And he gets a little bit of QB pressure, and it's going to be 3rd and 3 to go, 4-down territory here for the Titans. I'd like to thank everybody for joining in and watching us here today in Elmwood-Brimfield. If you want to put in the comment section who you're rooting for, where you're watching from, we'd love to shout you guys out in the comment section. This is TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH and West Hancock Titan Sports, presented by LJ Insurance. My name's Luke Little, Emily Hagee on camera. We got trips left here for the Titans. Gooding, the lone receiver on the right. The snap. They fake the handoff. Quarterback keeper again. Can he get to the outside? He gets the first down. And about one more. That Lost Boy digital first down for the Titans on third. They'll move the chains. Scott just barely missed his block. Possibly if he would have hit his block, it would have been a block in the back, which would have moved the Titans back. So good job to lay off by Scott there. Just get the first down. The ball is placed on the 29-yard line. Titans churning up the dirt here on the ground. No passing yards yet in this game. Only rushing attempts. Have one passing attempt, but that was deflected at the line. This one gets through over the air to Coltonberg. Can he get it? He can't. Would have been at the 5-yard line, but a good deflection there from Dylan Shane, the junior. It was a one-on-one matchup deep. Coltonberg and Klein, two of the shortest players out on the field, or excuse me, Shane, two of the shorter players out on the field, both under 5'8". A one-on-one 50-50 ball up there to both of those players. 9 minutes and 5 seconds on the clock here in the first. Titans again started off with possession. Now trying to force it into the red zone of the Trojans. Varner comes back out with the play. Set up shotgun, trips left. Gooding again, the lone receiver to the right. Drops back. He looks to Gooding, can't find him. Goes over top. He faked it to Gooding, and there's a flag. This will be defensive pass interference. Ball was in the air for a while, and this will go on. Number 89, Joey Burkett, the senior, 6-foot senior, will get the flag, and the Titans should advance 15 yards all the way to the 14-yard line after this penalty. We'll see for sure what the official call is. Defensive pass interference is the call, and Titans will get a Lost Boy digital first down all the way into the red zone here. Again, Titans averaging 28 points per game so far this season. Their scoring has not been their problem so far this year. They've had some troubles with the turnovers. Again, 9 total turnovers on the season through 2 games. That's 4.5 turnovers per game for the Titans. No completed pass yet today. A couple of tries, but that's all. Titans getting ready here on the 14-yard line. Shotgun formation. Duo receivers on both sides. They run it, but Trojans were ready for it. Still fighting for it, trying to get back to the line of scrimmage. Whistles blow. Forward momentum for Dayton. It's going to be another loss for Dayton here today. 2 carries, -3 yards so far. The Titans have lit it up in the air so far this year. 370 passing yards total so far this season, with their leader in Hunter Froman with 144. A lot of those yards came in the Farmington game when Nolan Gooding was hurt and sat out the majority of the second half. Gooding follows him with 114 receptions of his own. Gooding leads the team in touchdowns with 3 total receiving touchdowns, however. Varner with 3 rushing. Shotgun, drops back, looks over to Coltonberg over the middle. He finds Coltonberg. He's going to be down at the 1 or 2 yard line. A great catch by Coltonberg, and the Titans are in business on the 2. 7:58 on the clock here. They're going to hurry up offense. This is one of the very few times we've seen them in shotgun or under center, excuse me. Did they get in on the quarterback keeper? The official call is yes, and the Titans score. Cole Morgan hauling touchdown and get on the board early. Exactly what Coach Coy Dorothy was asking for last season. He gets it here today, and they'll try to go for 2, up 6-0. Titans getting ready for their 2-point conversion here. Varner getting the play from Coach Dorothy. Varner heads back out. Titans took 5 minutes off the clock. 4 minutes and a half, I should say. Trips right, Froman, the lone receiver, over to the left. Might try to ISO him or get the quarterback keeper. They've liked to run the option out of this so far this year. Their rollout right, actually, throws it up top and a batted away. It was Gooding versus Joey Burkett, and Burkett gets the better. Had the 15-yard pass interference call earlier against Burkett that led the Titans into the red zone and then into the end zone as well, but does a good job defending that play. And the Titans get 6. No more than that. Again, I'd like to thank everybody for joining in here today. This is TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH with Hancock Titan Sports, presented by LJ Insurance. We'll head to a quick break and be right back for kickoff.
We're for agriculture. For growers, doers, whatever it takers. We're for doing things with purpose. We're for the little guy with big guy dreams. We're for agriculture. We're for you. Nutrien Ag Solutions, leading the field.
Welcome back to Elmwood-Brimfield High School here, Elmwood High School. 2 co-op teams facing off against each other. Trojans set to return here. Coltonberg going to be the kickoff man. Lone returner, number 34, Logan Estes, is back to receive. Logan Estes, excuse me. Scott is actually going to be the kickoff man here. Normally we'd have Coltonberg, but on the sideline getting some refreshments, it'll be Braxton Scott, who we've seen kick off a pair of times so far this season. Saw him against Farmington. We'll see what he can do here. His first kickoff of the game. It's a little squibber. They're going for the onside. Bounces up and recovered by the Trojans by number 1, Johnny Lance. Johnny Lance gets the recovery, and the Trojans will be in business on the 40-yard line. The Titans defense so far this season allowing 59 points per game. We'll see what they can do here against the Trojans. Have had trouble with the run defense so far this year as well. In the air, burn them a couple of times in that first DMAC game. Under center, multiple wishbone offense here from Elmwood. We're going to get a holding call here most likely against the Trojans, which will move them back 10 yards. We'll see what the official call is. We got the flag here on the close side. And that gain of about 5 will be negated. We're getting the official word here. Holding on the offense is the call. That'll move them all the way back to the 30-yard line. And the Trojans will have a 1st and 20. Got the edge in a couple of yards, but the holding call will bring them back. C.J. Ramirez, the quarterback, the senior quarterback here for Elmwood-Brimfield. Set up again under center, multi-option. They give it up the middle to number 28. That's Matthew Glenn, the senior. He only gets a couple of yards, and then he gets stopped. So far this year, Elmwood-Brimfield is averaging about 41.5 points. It is 41.5 points so far this season. Scored 41 against Knoxville and 42 against the Illini West Chargers. They hand this off up the middle again, and they stop him around the original line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and about 10 to go here for the Trojans. That one not really getting too far. Bo Windish on the carry, the senior. You're going to be seeing this offensive style from the Trojans all day long. Under center, offset tight end, fullback, running back. They give it up the middle again. Tackled by Dayton. Team tackle pushing him back. And the coaches are loving to see that out of the Titans. It'll be 4th and about 11 to go here for the Trojans. And it looks like they're going to bring out their punt team. The run game that's been killing the Titans all season long gets stopped. 3 and out for the Trojans. That'll be Coltonberg and Grothaus set to return. Bo Windish will be the punt man here for the Trojans. Carmen Cedillo in the comment section again saying, let's go Titans. Titans are up 6. We'll get the punt here. Low drive. See if this rolls out of bounds. It doesn't. Coltonberg doesn't even try to get over by it. Doesn't even risk the muffed punt. Ball will be placed around the 19-yard line, and that's where the Titans started their last possession. We'll see what they can do here again. Had a great turnout on the ground. Had a passing touchdown to end it. Or, excuse me, a passing touchdown to get him to the 2, and then quarterback keeper into the end zone. Only one passing play completed in that last drive. Titans going to be set for their second drive of the game with 6 minutes here in the first quarter of play. Halfway through the first, Titans with the ball. On the 19-yard line, set up in shotgun again. And they got 2 wide receivers either side. Drop back to pass. Quick pass over to Gooding. Gooding tries to get the one-on-one. He gets loose from 2. That's 3. And finally pushed out of bounds, but not before getting the Lost Boy Digital first down for the West Hancock Titans. Love to give those one-on-one plays to Gooding. They just bank on his athleticism to win them those one-on-one matches. He gets it there, and it'll bring up first down at the 31-yard line for the Titans. Same setup. Might be looking to run here from the Titans. A blitz. We'll see what they call. This is going to be either an encroachment penalty or offsides. Nonetheless, it'll give the Titans 5 yards. And I'll bring up first down again for the Titans. Should be 1st and 5. That's the official call. Ball will be placed on the 35-yard line, 36-yard line. And the Titans are in business here. 1st and 5. Can really run anything they want out of this formation. 5:15 on the clock here. You can run the ball here, just try to get a couple of yards for an easy second, or try to go over the top on first down because you still got 2 more to get 5 yards. It's going to be a quarterback keeper to the outside. He's just got about 1 man to beat for the first down, and he does. That could be a late hit, and it is. It's going to be a late hit call against Lane Johnson, and that'll add to that 5-7-yard gain for Bryce Varner. He gets another first down on his feet. And he's racking up the rushing yards here today. Has nearly 90 rushing yards on the season, 40 of them coming from today's game. This will move the Titans up 15 yards after the late hit, all the way to the 35. Penalties killing the Trojans so far. Had a defensive pass interference on the Titans' first drive. Had a holding penalty that brought back a 7-yard gain to start off their first offensive drive. And then we get a late hit call right after an offsides call. 4 penalties against the Trojans here today, and they're all, so far, detrimental. 1st and 10 here for the Trojans. Trips left is the call. Motion over Dayton. Set up in shotgun. They hand it off to Dayton, and the run gets nowhere again. Dragged down behind the line. Aaron Brown meets him in the backfield. The 6'3 senior. And we got a player down on the field. I believe this is Braxton Scott. Trainer's getting out to him. Holding his wrist. He's getting up and walking off the field by himself. That's a great sight to see as a Titan fan. 4:21 left on the clock here in the first. Again, I'd like to thank everybody for joining in. I'm Luke Little, Emily Hagee on the camera for me. And we'll get a substitution in here for the Titans. It's number 44, Malachi McCoon, in for Braxton Scott. Scott going to get checked out on the sideline, the senior. Two wide receivers either side, shotgun formation. Loss of 4 on that run. Quick pass over to the outside. Froman and Varner just not on the same page. Froman was open, would have been open, just wasn't quite looking over, and the pass was just a little short as well. It'll bring up 3rd and about 14 to go here for the Titans. That'll be a tough play here, but in 4-down territory if they want, or Froman has showed off some good punting skills so far this season. Maybe possibly try to drop it within the 10. Froman, negative 33 rushing yards on the season officially on only 1 rushing attempt, but that came from a high snap on the punt. They drop back to pass here on 3rd down. Run it up the middle. Open gap here. That's going to be a 1st down. He's at the 20. Tries to cut it to the outside and finally tackled at the 15. Varner just using his legs. A wide open gap in the middle. The Red Sea opens, and the Titans get a Lost Boy Digital 1st down. Ball's going to be on the 15, and Varner has over 100 rushing yards on the season with that play. 3:45 on the clock here. Titans, after a long 3rd down opportunity, they capitalize. Nothing open. He just tucks it and runs. Varner comes out with the play. Titans up 6-0, yet to get a win this season. Only 1 win last season coming against the LVC Miners, but a close matchup between these two teams last year as well. Shotgun drops back to pass, looking left, then looks right, over top to Coltenberg. Oh, just can't grab it. Out of the extended hands, out of reach of Tucker. Coltenberg would have been 6, but just a little high, laid out for it. Couldn't quite grab it. Coltenberg took a big hit against Farmington, was out on the field. But back here today, great to see all these Titan players back out after getting hurt previously in the Farmington matchup. Elmwood-Brimfield doing a great job so far on the pass defense. It's been the run game by the quarterback only, really, has been the issue for the Trojans. A couple of pass plays here and there, but really the run up the middle from Dayton hasn't been getting much for the Titans, but the quarterback keepers have been the gold. Trips right, Froman alone on the left. And a timeout going to be called here from the West Hancock Titans with 3:10 on the clock here in the 1st. And we'll take a timeout as well. TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH and West Hancock Titan Sports presented by LJ Insurance. We'll be right back after this timeout.
At Country Financial, we enjoy serving the community in which we live, big or small.
I love living in the area. It's where I grew up, went to school, and decided to raise my family. I never had a desire to live or work anywhere other than in a small town. I feel lucky to help my longtime friends and neighbors with their insurance needs. It's like working with family every day.
I'm Brett Powell, your local Country Financial representative, whose door is always open to work with you.
I chose physical therapy because I knew I wanted to be in the healthcare field. I wanted to be able to help patients in some way related to more in depth. We get to know our patients, and that's really what kind of sets us apart.
Titans back out on the field, getting ready for their second red zone trip of the game. On their second drive of the game as well, 6-0 the score. Ball is on the 15, 2nd and 10. Some pressure, they're going over top to Gooding. Gooding, one-on-one matchup, and another flag going to be thrown here against number 89, Joey Burkett. That'll give the Titans 15 yards, I believe. The call will either be 15 yards or halfway to the goal. It was 2nd and 10. They're going to have to walk this one off. It is a pass interference, is the official call. Just never got his head turned around. Hands were up in the air, so that wasn't the problem. Just kind of shoving him more so with his body, I believe, is what the officials were looking at there. Burkett with a couple of good defensive plays so far against the Titans. And that one, his second defensive pass interference of the game. It will be halfway to the goal instead of 15 yards here for the Titans. 2nd and 4 is the call. Ball on the 9. Drop back to pass, looking left for Froman. Ball in the air, intercepted by the Trojans. They might be able to bring this one all the way back. He has a couple of Titan players there, tries to cut up the field, gets all the way to the 45 after the interception. I believe Matthew Glenn on the interception. Froman tips it in the air, and Glenn comes down with it and brings it out 40 yards. Titans cannot convert in the red zone on their second trip of the game. Got to bring up 1st and 10 for the Trojans. Similar position to where they started their last drive. Set up, they pitch it off to the running back. This is going to be up the middle for about 4 yards of gain. And this has been the offense of Todd Hollis all his career. 25 years of head coach for the Trojans. Todd Hollis, 17 of his 25 seasons, has made the IHSA playoffs. They pitch it back into reverse, trying to get the outside. Has a couple of players to beat Grotehouse and Gooding over there, and they pull him out of bounds. That'll be around the 36-yard line, and a great run by Bo Windish gets them into Titan territory for the first time here today. Going to see primarily runs out of this Trojan team, unlike what we see out of the Titans. Titans, one of the only teams in the larger Prairie Land Conference to throw the ball more than they rush it in the game. Ball is out. I believe Titans say they have it, but I believe the Trojans got on top of it, and they do. That'll bring up 2nd and 10. Ball got out quick. As I was mentioning before, the Titans heavily favor the air raid offense so far this season. That'll bring up 2nd and 10 here for the Trojans. Set up under center. They give it off up the middle, trying to cut it back to the outside. Only Gooding left, and he pushes him out of bounds again. And number 28, Matthew Glenn, adds a few more yards to his name. Got the interception to get the Trojans the ball all the way to the 45, and a pair of runs here, 15 yards. Now it's going to be 3rd and 2 here for the Trojans. Definitely 4-down territory for them as well. They run it to the outside. This is Glenn again. Got a couple of blockers. He's got the first down. Shoestring tackle from Coltenberg. No good. He gets to the outside, bounces around the numbers, and all the way to the end zone. A touchdown is the call. 27-yard touchdown run from the Trojans. They find the end zone off the run from Glenn. And they tie it up 6-6 here at Elmwood-Brimfield High School. Going for the PAT, number 35, Gruno, set to kick it. He gets it up. It's good. I believe there might have been a whistle, but no call. The PAT is good, and 7-6 is the score. They go for the one-pointer, and they convert. 7-6 the score. Trojans in the lead with 56 seconds left to play in the first quarter. We're going to head to a break here on TSSR Game Time Live and be right back. West Hancock Titan Sports presented by LJ Insurance.
At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there is limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
Trojans set to kick off after the 28-yard rushing touchdown from Matthew Glenn. The 5'11 senior gets the interception on one end and then caps it off with the touchdown on the very next drive for the Trojans. Grothaus and Coltenberg set to return here for the Titans. 56 seconds remaining here in the first quarter of action. The kickoff here from the Trojans is up and deep. Coltenberg returns, brings it up the middle, tries to find the outside. He cuts back and gets met, spun around, and have one flag on the ground. We'll see what the call is. Could be a face mask from that angle, or a horse collar tackle could be the call as well. It's going to be a face mask as the official call. That'll give the Titans some extra yardage to start off this drive. I believe this is a 10-yard penalty. Could be corrected. 15 is the official call. Correction there. 1st and 10 going to be the call for the Titans on the 30-yard line. We're just shy at the 27. 49 seconds on the clock here. Titans going to set up in shotgun formation. And down by one, got off to an early lead, however. They hand it off up the middle. Dayton finds the outside. He gets some more rushing. That's a first down for Dayton. Finally spun down, but gets into Trojan territory. The ball was on, correction, the 34-yard line, or 44-yard line. They get it all the way to the 37. It'll bring up 1st and 10 for the Titans. And Dayton gets his first positive yard carry of the day after some great blocking from the Titans offensive line. 30 seconds on the clock. 1st and 10. That's a Lost Boy Digital first down for the West Hancock Titans. Trying to stop the clock here. Froman's coming off the field. And they'll send out Ethan Schmidt to go out. Not an injury is not what it seems like, just coming off to fix some of his gear. Trips right, Schmidt alone on the left side, far side of the field. They hand it off up the middle again. This time hit pretty quick. He'll get it back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe a couple inches gain, but that'll be it. 2nd and 10. And this will most likely send us into the second quarter of action. Clock is ticking away, and the Titans will be down 6-1 heading into the second. Good quarter from both these teams. Titans scored on their first drive of the game, but to end off the second quarter, or the first quarter, excuse me, the Trojans get an interception all the way back to the 45 and then just run it down the throats of the Titans into the end zone. We'll head to a quick break. This is the end of the first quarter. We'll be right back with the second quarter of action here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, and LJ Insurance is bringing you West Hancock Titan Sports.
Hey, Frank. Hey, Jeff. How's the farm?
Good, thanks.
Nice choice.
get you loaded up.
No matter where you are or what you grow, make sure you start with Dynagrow Seed. For local farm expertise and local seed options, no other seed brand gets you closer to the results you want.
Titans first down. Quick pass over to Hunter Froman to start off the second quarter. That'll be a gain of about 11 yards. Might be the official call, I believe. A Lost Boy Digital first down for the West Hancock Titans. But a flag on the field. Face mask going to be called against the Trojans. Another penalty flag against them, and that'll add 15 more yards for the Titans. Could be another flag. 2 face mask calls, or they were just re-signing the first face mask call. Not sure about it. It'll bring up 15 extra yards for the Titans after the Lost Boy Digital first down by Froman and Bryce Varner. They'll have the ball within the 20. Ball's going to be around the 15-yard line. Titans getting ready here in shotgun formation. Motion over Grotehouse. They hand it off up the middle. Got some blockers. End zone. Touchdown for the Titans. A quick bursting play. They motion over Grotehouse. Draws the linebacker over with him. And then a wide open gap for Dayton all the way to the end zone. Uses his leg and his quickness to score 6. And the Titans take the 12-7 lead. 2-point conversion coming here for the Titans. Their second touchdown of the game, second rushing touchdown of the game as well. Dayton finds the end zone. That'll be recorded as his first rushing touchdown of the season, giving the Titans the 12-7 lead. Quarterback keeper, the option doesn't get anywhere. Met quickly behind the line of scrimmage, but Titans score 6 and take a 12-7 lead here in Elmwood-Brimfield. A fast start to the second quarter, not even a minute in, and they get their first touchdown of the quarter. Titans offense again averaging 28 points per game so far this season, but allowing 59 points per game along with it. The Trojans, on the other hand, they're averaging 41.5 offensive points this year, while only allowing 20 points per game. The Trojans' next matchup going to be against St. Teresa. That'll be away on the 20th, then face a very close rival in Farmington here at Elmwood-Brimfield. Then they head off to Bureau Valley, the final opponent for the Titans this year. And then they face off against Macomb. Macomb's the next matchup for the West Hancock Titans. Abington-Avon, and then LVC, the co-op, is the last game of the season for the Elmwood-Brimfield Trojans. 2-0 so far this year after a pair of wins. One coming against a solid opponent of the Knoxville Blue Bullets, along with a solid team in the Illini West Chargers. And the Chargers losing Ian Bentzinger to graduation last year. And their top performer on the ground. Braxton Scott going to be set to kick off for the Titans yet again. Left the field earlier, holding his wrist. His leg should be just fine. He boots this one up and away. It's going to be grabbed by Matthew Glenn. He tries to find the outside and shoved out of bounds. This will be around the 36-yard line, where the Trojans will start their first drive of the second quarter. The Titans defense led in total tackles so far this year by Cole Furtado, number 58. And getting on the action on the line. Has 9 total tackles on the year. 8 assisted, 1 solo tackle. The leader in solo tackles is Jess Scott so far this season for the Titans. Both their linemen. They run it up the middle again. Going to be tackled. Only about 2 yards to gain here. It's a mesh of defenders. Can't credit anybody with the tackle, I don't believe. Or I should clarify, I can't give anybody the tackle there. Too many numbers flying around. Set up again. They push it to the outside this time. Glenn trying to find the numbers. Gets back inside. Slips a couple more and tackled by 3 Titan defenders all the way at the 36-yard line. That'll be a first for the Trojans by Matthew Glenn and another first down. Going to bring up 1st and 10. Ball at the 36 here for the Trojans. Matthew Glenn with 1 rushing touchdown already today. They try to get it to the outside. They do. Tripped up around the first down marker. It's going to be a gain of 11 yards. Ball's going to be placed on the 24. Another first down for the Trojans. Matthew Glenn averaging 168 yards per game so far this year. That one on the ground as well. Going to be a gain of about 5 or 6. Got to bring up 2nd and only 4 to go here for the Trojans. 10 minutes on the clock here in the 2nd. Under center again. The wishbone. Flag. We'll see what the call is. It was a quick flag, so false start is going to be the call. That'll bring them back 10 yards and be 2nd and 11. 9:59 on the clock. Ball's going to be placed on the 23. It's a loss of 5 yards for clarification, not 10. 2nd and 8 to go here for the Trojans. They drop back. They hand it off to number 7. They get up the middle. Gushes it for first down and finally tackled by Grothaus at around the 7. That's Bo Windish on the carry. That'll be 1st and goal here for the Trojans, trying to get back the lead. Down by 5 currently. Quick offense here from the Trojans. They give it back to Windish. He's got some blockers. He'll find the end zone and a touchdown here for the Trojans. And there's going to be a flag thrown here. There was some talking going on between Nolan Gooding and Joey Burkett on the far side of the field. Not quite sure if you could see it. Not sure who this flag will be on, whether it's going to be on Elmwood-Brimfield or the Titans as well. Unsportsmanlike conduct called on Nolan Gooding. Had a player down on the field. Again, not sure what he was saying, too far away, but was talking down to Burkett, it seemed. 2nd PAT attempt of the game. 13-12 the score. Trojans with another rushing touchdown, this one coming from Bo Windish, the senior, sharing the offensive load between Windish and Matthew Glenn so far today. PAT attempt here, the hold, the kick, that's up. Is it good? It is. 2 PAT attempts good so far here today. Bo Gruneau. That's a 2nd point to his name here today and a 14-12 lead for the Trojans. We're going to head to a break before the kickoff. Titans set to receive with 9:39 left remaining in the first half of action. We'll be right back.
Some farmers I know swear by a name, say they'd never operate anything else. Well, here are a few names for my Fendt 900 Gen 6 series. Fuel Saver, Time Maximizer, Game Changer. I like those names.
Whatever the day brings, and Mother Nature provides, is no match for what you'll have thanks to Nutrien Ag Solutions.
Titans set to return here, down 14-12. Been a back and forth matchup so far. The 15-yard unsportsmanlike conduct penalty will be applied, so they'll kick off from the 45-yard line. As long as they keep it short of the end zone, they'll have a great chance at keeping the Titans from getting good field positions to start off this drive. They punt it, boot it into the air. Could be into the end zone, but Goldenberg going to return it. And a touchback, I believe, is going to be the call. Goldenberg arguing with the head official about the call, but that's going to be better for the Titans. They're going to start off with the ball at the 20-yard line instead of wherever Goldenberg would have been tackled at. First and 10 here for the Titans. Set up in shotgun formation. They got quad left. It's going to be a screen pass a little behind Gooding. Gooding tripped up behind the line of scrimmage. It's going to be a loss of 1. Or right back to the line of scrimmage. Second and about 11. That's going to be the call here for the Titans. Quad left. It was either going to be a screen pass or just a little bit of a diversion for the run on the far side of the field. They go for the screen pass instead. Could have also ran an option out of that as well for Varner, but instead they give it to Gooding on the screen pass. First time we've seen quad receivers on one half of the field. Two receivers either side. They motion over Coltenberg. Trips left. They run it up the middle. Got a little bit of a gap. A gain of about 3 or 4. The official call will be a gain of 4 yards here from Dayton. And bring up third and about 8 to go. Timeout going to be called here by the Trojans, I believe. 8:40 on the clock. Tucker Coltenberg was the main running back for the Titans for the first 2 games of the year, and Dayton came in a little bit in the second game against Farmington as well. Now it seemed as Dayton has taken over that running back 1 role, and they've moved Coltenberg out into the wide receiver position. We've seen him with a couple of catches here today, a couple of targets as well that could have ended up with 6, but just not quite able to get his hands on him. Titans down by 2 with 2 rushing touchdowns here today. Varner got the quarterback keeper, and Dayton got the rush up the middle of the field earlier for about a 15-yard rushing touchdown. Dayton's first rushing touchdown of the season. Third and about 7 to go here for the Titans. Ball on their own 23-yard line. Shotgun. 5 yards back is Varner. Defensive line jumps, but not across the line of scrimmage, and even if they did, they got back in time before they snapped it. Good job by the offensive line for not flinching. They back up. It's a pass. Looking left. Goes deep. Looking for Froman. Froman all alone, but just out of his extended reach. Would have been an end zone touchdown for the Titans, just a little long. Froman would have had 6, but just out of his outreached hands. Varner just lays it a little too deep. It'll bring up 4th and 7 here for the Titans. And it looks like their punt team is out there, and Froman is going to punt this one away. Froman averaging 25.3 yards per punt this season. Gets that one low. The Trojans were coming hard. And that one gets to around the 48-yard line of the Titans. That'll be a punt of only about 18, 20 yards for the Titans. 1st and 10 in great field position here for the Trojans. They've been running the ball well between Bo Windish and number 28, Matthew Glenn. As I mentioned before, Matthew Glenn with 160 rushing yards per game so far this season. They drop back. They give it again over to Matthew Glenn, and that's going to be an 11-yard volleyball carry and a first down for the Trojans, just getting their blockers out there. Their lead blocker is 6'3", 330-pound senior Aaron Brown, just getting out there. They start the second play quick on this drive. It's going to be a gain of nothing and a tackle around the line of scrimmage. Dayton gets in there to make the tackle for the Titans. Dayton, 6 total tackles on the year, gave him 7 after that. The run here by Windish. Windish bounces it to the outside. He's only really got Froman to beat, tries to cut back and thrown down at the 15-yard line, but not before getting the 20-yard rush. Coach Dorothy wanting a holding penalty called, but doesn't get it. That'll be a first down in the red zone for the Trojans, up by 2. Quarterback C.J. Ramirez back out there for the Trojans. Set up under center. 2 offset tight ends. They give it off to Glenn. He gets through the line, trying to get it around some Titan defenders and out of bounds. Tackled around the 8-yard line. That'll be 2nd and about 4 to go here for the Trojans.
8-yard run will make it 2nd down and 2 for the Trojans.
2nd and 2 is the official call. They snap it. They give it off to Glenn again. Glenn up the middle. He gets hit by Dayton right around the 1. Can he carry him into the end zone? He can't. It'll be a first down for the Trojans. It'll be 1st and goal. Ball is going to be at the 3-yard line. Taking some time off the clock on this drive, as well as just wearing down this Titan defense. They're going to snap this one quick again. Under center. They give it off to Windish. Windish trying to get to the outside. Titan defenders there, but they can't make the tackle. End zone touchdown for Windish. Would have been a loss of about 7 yards had the Titans made the tackle in the backfield, but they can't wrap him up. Instead, it's another rushing touchdown for Bo Windish and a 20-12 lead for the Trojans. Titans down by 8 points. And the PAT attempt again here for the Trojans. Set up for the PAT. Bo Grindam, that one's blocked, no good. Titans get through the line. And that'll keep it an 8-point game. A touchdown and 2-point conversion will get the Titans back in this tied. 6 minutes and 40 seconds to work with here in the second. We're going to head to a timeout here on TSSR Game Time Live, and we'll be right back for the Titans to receive.
Working at MDH feels special to me because I'm also from a small community, and I love to be able to care for communities like this and be able to give them high standards of excellence with medical care as possible. You know, some people like to take more of a medical approach to their care. Some people like to take more of a holistic. And I just want to be able to make their plan of care as individualized as possible.
Another touchdown for the Trojan. That gives them the 20-12 lead. I'll update the scoreboard here now for you folks back home. Again, thank you for joining in. The Trojans getting ready to kick off. My name's Luke Little. Emily Hagee with me here today on camera. And the Titans in their third game of the season as well as the Trojans, I should say. Getting ready for the kickoff here. Six minutes and 40 seconds left on the clock. Bo Bruneau getting ready to kick it off. This one's a low one, rolling to around the 20. See if it goes out of bounds. It doesn't. Coltonberg going to pick it up and try to get a few extra yards. Only gets about 4 yards. That'll be 1st and 10 from the 20 here for the West Hancock Titans. Titans will start with the ball here. It's 6:37 on the clock. We are having some issues with the scoreboard. I'll try to get that all figured out for you right now. If we cannot, we'll get it fixed over the halftime break. But 20-12 the score. Trojans with the lead. Titans setting up on offense here. 1st and 10 from the 20. Shotgun formation. 4 receivers. Drive back to pass. Look left. Looking over top. They're looking for Grohouse. Can he get it? He can't. And no flag. Froman looking for one. I didn't really see a penalty there either. His shoulder pads did get a little ruffled up. But it'll bring up 2nd and 10 here for the Titans. Second and 10 for the Titans from the 20. No time went off the clock there on that play. 6:31 still on the clock. Drop back, looking to the outside. Varner keeps it. Bo Windish makes the wrap-up tackle at the 15. He gets out there and gets the tackle for loss of about 5 yards. It'll be Titans ball at the 15. And on 3rd and 15 is the official word. (20-12) the score. Varner comes back out for the play. Set up in shotgun formation. 2 wide receivers either side. Drop back to pass. A little bit of pressure. He's going to try to keep this one again. Jukes out the defender and tackled after a gain of 6. JT Good on the tackle here. That'll get him to around the 22. And the Titans going to have to punt this one away yet again. Still working on the scoreboard for you guys to get that up and running. 5 minutes on the clock here. Hunter Froman set to punt it away. As I said before, 25.33 yards per punt on the season. He gets this one off high and in the air. That's a beautiful punt. It's going to bounce well all the way to about the 30-yard line. And a great punt there from Hunter Froman. That one of about 40 yards. The official call will be a 45-yard punt there from Froman. And the Titans will be set on defense, and the Trojans offense coming back out there. 3 rushing touchdowns here today. Bo Windish having 2, along with Matthew Glenn with 1. They snap it, trying to get to the outside, but immediately met at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a gain of none, and 2nd and 10 here for the Trojans. They've been using Windish and Glenn for most of the game. Haven't really seen a quarterback keeper out of C.J. Ramirez yet today. They're running this wishbone-style offense with a pair of offset tight ends and a fullback and a running back out there as well. They give this one up the middle, getting to the outside and tripped up by Gunnar Grothaus. Matthew Glenn upset with himself, knowing he would have had the end zone had he just got loose from that one Titan defender. 1st and 10, ball going to be placed at around the 44-yard line. Taking a fullback, running back, offset tight end here. They motion over the offset tight end, hand it off up the middle, and tackled after a gain of about 1. This one was ran by Landon Klein, the 6'2 senior. That'll bring up 2nd down. Braxton Scott comes on to the field. His number 77, Wesley Hester, subs off. This run gets a couple of blockers, cuts back to the middle, and tackled. Only a gain of about 3 yards. It'll be 3rd and 5 to go after the carry by Matthew Glenn. Tackle made by number 16. Or excuse me. They run it again up the middle with Glenn. Glenn tries to find the outside numbers. He does. This one's going to be the 30, the 20, 10, 5 end zone for the Trojans. They add 6 more, and Matthew Glenn finds the end zone for his 2nd time here today. That one's going to be a 55-yard rushing touchdown for Matthew Glenn. Well over 120 rushing yards here today. 3:09 on the clock in the 2nd quarter, and a 26-12 lead for the Trojans. Timeout going to be called by the Trojans and head coach Todd Hollis. We'll head to a quick timeout as well and be right back for the PAT attempt.
We're for agriculture. For growers, doers, whatever it takers. We're for doing things with purpose. We're for the little guy with big guy dreams. We're for agriculture. We're for you. Nutrien Ag Solutions, leading the field.
Whatever the day brings, and Mother Nature provides, is no match for what you'll have thanks to Nutrien Ag Solutions.
Trojans coming out for the 2-point conversion. That's why they called the timeout, to get their play set. From the 3, they hand it off up the middle, I believe, to Windish, trying to find the outside, reaches into the end zone, and they're going to say he was down. No good on the 2-point conversion. The score stays 26-12. The Trojans with a 14-point lead with 3 minutes left remaining here in the 2nd quarter of action. Left to play in the first half of play at Elmwood-Brimfield High School. A quick word from one of our sponsors, LJ Insurance. LJ Insurance, with locations in Keokuk and Fort Madison, can answer all of your insurance questions. Because LJ Insurance is an independent agency, they can tailor a policy to fit your needs. Call LJ Insurance today at 319-524-4223 and ask them about life, health, auto, and home insurance and more. Or visit their office at 515 Main Street in Keokuk, Iowa. LJ Insurance, locally focused with sound advice. Titans going to be set to return here with 3 minutes remaining on the clock. Down by 14. Receive to start off the second half. So a score from the Titans here would help boost them a lot. Trojans, if they can stop the Titans, potentially get the ball to start and score at the beginning of the third, would put them up 3 scores total. Only 24 points scored by the Trojans last season in this matchup. Titans only scored 14. The kickoff here, that one's up and deep to Coltenberg, returned at the 10. They'll fake the handoff to Grothaus and gets to the edge. Coltenberg at around the 30, tackled and spun around down at the 45. The 45 is going to be the official call. And a return by Grothaus will get the Titans in great field position to start off. 1st and 10 from the 45 after the 35-yard return from Grothaus. .258 on the clock. Dayton, the running back. Varner set at the back position, and a timeout going to be called here by the Trojans. We'll stay here with you during this timeout break. Varner on the year, he's averaging 377 passing yards, or not averaging, excuse me. That's his total passing yards for the season with a completion percentage of 56.25%. Has 36 completed passes on 64 attempts so far this season. That comes along with 5 total interceptions on the year. Had a pick 6 against DMAC week 1. Titans going to get ready for their 1st and 10. The first play of this drive after the great return by Tucker Coltenberg. Coltenberg with 54 return yards on the year. That'll bring him up to nearly 90 on the season. Only averaged 7 yards per return on the season so far. 2:58 on the clock. Shotgun formation. Have 2 safeties deep. They hand it off to Dayton. He gets met pretty good was the initial hit. And then I believe Johnny Lance came in to finish him off as well. 2nd and 10 here for the Titans. Ball still at the 45-yard line. A beautiful night here at Elmwood-Brimfield High School. Or Elmwood High School, excuse me. It's about 75 degrees. Very light breeze. No rain in the forecast yet. Shotgun formation. Drop back to pass, looking right. Looking over the middle, and Nolan Gooding catches it. Fingertip grab. Lost Boy Digital first down for the Titans. After the great reception right there over the middle of the field. They'll be in Trojan territory. It was Gooding who got the taunting penalty earlier in the game, or unsportsmanlike conduct was the official call. There with a group of defenders along with Gooding. They hand it off up the middle. This is Dayton. He gets about 4 yards on the carry, 4 or 5. Ball will be placed at around the 37-yard line. It'll bring up 2nd and 6 to go. 1:40 on the clock. Titans content with just wearing this down, making sure the Trojans don't get another good look at the end zone. Shotgun formation. You got Froman and Grothaus on the near side. Coltenberg and Gooding on the right. Hand it off to Dayton again. He tries to get outside. He can't. And the tackle made by Matthew Glenn, the 5'9 senior, or 5'11 senior, makes it 3rd and 2 for the Titans. Quick, no huddle. They fake the handoff. Quarterback keeper, he's trying to get to the outside. The block by Gooding gets the first down, and a flag going to be thrown. This could be a holding against the Titans, and this could bring them back. Believe holding call going to be called against Nolan Gooding. Not sure on the official word just yet. Titans walking back like it's against them. We'll see what the official word is here. 59 seconds on the clock. If it is, it'll bring up 3rd and about 12 to go for the Titans. Gooding doesn't seem too happy. It's called against Nolan Gooding and the West Hancock Titans. And that'll bring them back and make it 3rd and long. It'll be 10 yards from the end of the play, or spot of the foul, excuse me. Right back to the line of scrimmage. Not a loss of 10 from the line of scrimmage. Some clarification on that. It's 10 yards lost from where the penalty happened, where the end of the play is. Yet again, not sure. And there we go. They get him back about 4 more yards. And I'll bring up 3rd and about 7 or 8 here for the Titans. Drop back to pass, looking left, and a flag. Could be false start against the Titans, not sure. Or just trying to fix the ball placement again. Some confusion here. They get the ball set. We'll try this yet again. No flags in the air. Shotgun formation. Drop back to pass. Same exact play. Quarterback keeper. They fake it. Got one to juke. He can't. Gets tackled, but did he get the first? I think he did. Could be a Lost Boy Digital first down for the Titans. And a timeout for the Titans. And the officials still trying to decide whether this is going to be a first down or not. We'll see if they bring out the chained gang to decide. It's on the clock here. Plenty of time for the Titans to get to the end zone, but only 1 timeout left. Trojans with no timeouts left here in this half. Still no call from the officials on whether it's a first down or not, and they'll bring out the chain gang. We'll see what this call is going to be. It looks like it's short. Oh, it's close. It'll bring up 4th down. They're going to hold him here. Just an inch short is what the official is trying to say. And a flag in the air is going to be called on Coach Dorothy, I believe, or on the sideline. It will be a sideline penalty on the Titans. I believe they're going to get Coach Dorothy on that one. Potential for this to just be a warning, however. It is just a warning, so no loss of yards for the Titans. 4th and about half a yard to go. Under center, quarterback keeper going to be called here. They push him. He gets the first down and runs for a little bit more. He gets about 10 on the quarterback keeper, and a Lost Boy Digital with 37 seconds on the clock and a timeout called by West Hancock. We're going to head to a quick break here with 37 seconds remaining in the first half, and we'll be right back with some more action in this first half of play for the West Hancock Titans.
At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential. With campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online, Visit wiu.edu to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
I chose physical therapy because I knew I wanted to be in the healthcare field. I wanted to be able to help patients in some way related to more in depth. We get to know our patients, and that's really what kind of sets us apart.
Out of the timeout, 1st and 10 for the Titans. Ball going to be placed at the 20-yard line. Looking to pass over the middle of the field. Open receiver. Grotehouse just can't get his hands on it. A great look there from Varner. It'll bring up 2nd down and 10 from the 20. Had an open receiver over the middle of the field. Just couldn't quite connect. Could have made this a 26-18 game, but miss on the completion. Well, would have been a potential touchdown, but at least 15 yards. Drop back to pass again. Looking over. Receiver falls down for the Titans. That one almost caught by Froman. Could barely see that one over on the corner of the end zone. Tried to get the toe tap. Grotehouse wanted a flag. Got tripped up over the middle of the field. But instead, we'll go for 3rd down with 29 seconds remaining. No timeouts for either team. 4-down territory here for the Titans. Shotgun formation. Gooding on the right. Froman on the left. Drop back. Looking over for Gooding, and he drops it. No good. Incomplete pass. And that'll bring up 4th down for the Titans on 25 seconds remaining. The score is currently 26-12. Trojans with the lead. We'll try to get that scoreboard fixed for you guys over the halftime. Also try to keep updating you throughout the quarter. 25.5 seconds on the clock, 26-12 the score. Titans down by 14. Fourth and 10. Ball is going to be on the 20-yard line here for the Titans. Got to drop your best play here. Could make it a 1-score game if they find the end zone. If they find the 1st down, they'll have to no huddle quick. It's probably what Coach Dorothy was talking about, calling his next play already if they get a 1st down. Try back to pass. It's a little bit of a blitz. Heavy pressure. Rolling out is Varner. He'll just throw it out of bounds. And Coach Dorothy not happy with Varner's decision there. And that'll bring up a turnover on downs on the Titans, their 2nd of the season. 1st and 10 for the Trojans here with 18 seconds on the clock. We'll see if the Trojans just decide to kneel this one out. And they'll run the play. They'll run it over to the outside. This is Glenn. Gets tackled over the middle of the field. Gets the 1st down about 13 yards. Coach trying to run the hurry-up offense. Clock will stop for them to place it here. Some confusion here. An official having a conversation with Coach Dorothy. Not sure what it's about. No timeouts for either team. 10 seconds on the clock. We'll just do it again. Trojans with the ball. They move it over. They pass this one to Bo Windish, their first pass of the game. Flag This could be holding, but that's going to be the end of the quarter, end of the first half. If the penalty's on the defense, it'll continue to go. If it's on the offense, that will be the end of the first half. We'll see what the official call is here. No word yet. Holding on the offense. So that'll end the first half of play here in Elmwood-Brimfield. And then Titans down by 14, 26-12, the score currently. We've seen some good play from this Trojan offense so far, specifically on the ground. Bo Windish with a pair of rushing touchdowns here today, along with the star of their offense so far, Matthew Glenn, with 2 rushing touchdowns and well over 130 rushing yards here today. Averages 160 per game so far this season. Titans going to kick off when we come back for the third quarter of action. Trojans going to be set to return. All season long, it's the Titans' struggles with the run game, and that's the Trojans' bread and butter. Only 1 passing attempt so far here today, and that came right at the end to Bo Windish, right there as you saw in that second quarter of action. We're going to head to a quick break here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, West Hancock Titans Sports, presented by LJ Insurance. We'll be right back. I have some periodical returns throughout halftime, and we'll be back for the third quarter of action.
All right, welcome to halftime here. Patrick Osterman with us, and we talk about behind-the-scenes stuff all the time. The guy running the board right now, kind of crazy.
I don't know if you could get a much higher title running the board behind the scenes of an interview at McDonough District Hospital other than our president and chief executive officer, Bill Murdoch. But we appreciate Bill helping us out.
Yeah, he's game to help with everything. I'm guessing your job has to be a little more relaxed now. He seems to be like a pretty good guy to work with.
I tell you what, Bill has done a fantastic job. You knew just how good of a person he was, having worked with him for the last 5 years prior as our chief financial officer. And when he was promoted to our chief executive officer, I was all excited about it. I think everybody in the organization was very excited about it. You talk about, do you need to do a national search? And our board of directors, I give them all the credit in the world. They listen to the staff. They listen to the community members and said, you got somebody here who knows what they're doing, is a great person, does a great job. He knows the community. He's invested in the community. And it's been a great 2024 so far. And we've got a lot of bright future, a lot of great things that we're looking ahead towards.
Well, it's nice because MDH has been so embedded in the community, right? It is always nice to have somebody at the top and throughout the system that's also embedded in what the community has to offer and needs.
Absolutely. With my job, I do a lot of community relations. I get out, talk with businesses, talk with organizations. And one of the first conversations I had with Bill when he stepped into that new role, he said, Pat, I want to get out in the community. And we've been able to do that. We've gone out and met with our regional healthcare colleagues, CEOs, just talking about what can we do together? Is there anything we can do together? Rural healthcare is tough. There's a lot of challenges we face, but if we work together, maybe play to each other's strengths, I think we can both succeed. And that's the best way that we can help serve our community, help serve the patients that we are here to serve.
Well, and improving your brand is always a good thing, right? Whether it's a hospital or TSSR Game Time Live, improving your brand is a good thing. Getting out in the community helps that, but also expanding your options helps that as well, right?
Absolutely. One of the things you always look at is clinical partnerships. If we can't get a physician here, is there another healthcare organization that we can do what we call a clinical partnership with? Blessing Health is a great example out of Quincy. They bring cardiologists up here, a pulmonologist. We have a urologist that comes up here once a week. So our patients in McDonough County, they don't have to drive down to Quincy or maybe Springfield or maybe Peoria. If we can find those clinical partnerships where they can be seen here in Macomb, it's just a win-win for everybody.
Well, last year we talked about expanding to Monmouth with you. We talked about the pharmacy. As we talked to Bill, the pharmacy is expanding, and I shouldn't say expanding, it's coming to completion. You've done great things, I think, in Monmouth. What's down the road for MDH? Are you at a point that you can talk about anything that's coming?
I think we just got to keep looking on how we can continue to grow, and that's been one of our focal points. We do strategic planning on a quarterly basis. We want to look ahead, 2-3 years down the road, but as we said, there's a lot of dynamics going on in healthcare right now. So if you get too far ahead, you kind of lose sight what could be coming right around the corner. So that's why we try to keep it more of a short term, yet still look ahead to the long term. Like we said, our biggest challenge is how can we continue to grow? We've been here for over 65 years. What can we do as an organization, as a staff, as an administration team to make sure we're still around here for 65 years and beyond?
As public relations guy for the hospital, what do you want to use this opportunity to tell the people that might be watching about MDH in 2024 that's different maybe than what they expected or saw from 2023 or before?
Well, as you just talked about, our clinical expansions, as you said, Monmouth, our MDH Monmouth Clinic, convenience clinic, sports med and rehab. We got great staff up there, and I think that's a common theme. I know Bill talks about this a lot. I 100% on board with this too. I agree 100%. I would think you'd ask any of our staff members, they would say that we got a great team right now. We do a great job working together, and I think that's how we can play to our strengths to help grow. You talked about the community pharmacy. We're excited when that starts coming online and how we can best serve our community. A lot of convenience. I think one thing that we learned from COVID, people love convenience. We got our drive-through labs, and now you got our drive-through community pharmacy. A lot of good things going on. Stay tuned. It's an exciting time right now in our organization.
Well, have some fun at baseball this weekend, okay?
We're going to have some fun. A lot of fall baseball going on as we record this right before the start of high school football season. I know we're going to have a lot of great football games. We want to wish all of our area teams the best of luck this year.
We'll be right back with the second half right after this.
Hey, Frank. Hey, Jeff. How's the farm?
Good, thanks.
Nice choice. Let's get you loaded up.
No matter where you are or what you grow, make sure you start with Dyna-Gro Seed. For local farm expertise and local seed options, no other seed brand gets you closer to the results you want.
At Country Financial, we enjoy serving the community in which we live, big or small.
I love living in the Blandonsville area. It's where I grew up, went to school, and decided to raise my family. I never had a desire to live or work anywhere other than in a small town. I feel lucky to help my longtime friends and neighbors with their insurance needs. It's like working with family every day.
I'm Brett Powell, your local Country Financial representative, whose door is always open to work with you.
We're always moving. Scratch that. We're always moving forward. But forward can sometimes look a little backwards, or like circles, or like nothing at all. But we never stop. We never stop because life never stops. It's hard to stop a train.
Some farmers I know swear by a name. Say they'd never operate anything else. Well, here are a few names for my Fendt 900 Gen 6 series. Fuel Saver, Time Maximizer, Game Changer. I like those names.
It was the community that really drew me back to Macomb. I'm from a small community, and I'm from a farm family, and ultimately I always wanted to practice in a place like that, and I felt that I had the ability to connect to people who with a similar background from me, and the fact that the staff members at the hospital and the support, all the support staff at the hospital was also focused with the goal of patient care. It felt like it just all came hammered at home for me.
I chose physical therapy because I knew I wanted to be in the healthcare field. I wanted to be able to help patients in some way related to more in depth. We get to know our patients, and that's really what kind of sets us apart.
MTC Communications is building a high-speed fiber network in our community, and we're putting priority on the areas with the greatest interest. That means we need your input to let us know you want us to build fiber in your area first. Experience the speed and convenience of fiber internet by visiting our special website and registering. Let us know you want fiber internet today and make your voice heard.
Let's go! Y'all want acres to take 4 tires, tight, 4 tires of fuel, 4 tires of fuel. Come on, we gotta get him back out there. He's a busy man.
I'm just here for seed.
It's all part of it. Suit up.
Nutrien Ag Solutions has everything you need to win the season and go full speed ahead.
We're for agriculture, for growers, doers, whatever it takers. We're for doing things with purpose. We're for the little guy with big guy dreams. We're for agriculture. We're for you. Nutrien Ag Solutions, leading the field.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there is limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
It was the community that really drew me back to Macomb. I'm from a small community, and I'm from a farm family, and ultimately I always wanted to practice in a place like that, and I felt that I had the ability to connect to people who with a similar background from me, and the fact that the staff members at the hospital and the support, all the support staff at the hospital was also focused with the goal of patient care. It felt like it just all came hammered at home for me.
Hey, Frank. Hey, Jeff. How's the farm?
Good, thanks.
Nice choice. Let's get you loaded up.
No matter where you are or what you grow, make sure you start with Dyna-Gro Seed. For local farm expertise and local seed options, no other seed brand gets you closer to the results you want.
Welcome back to Elmwood High School. 1 minute and 15 seconds left until we get ready for the second half of action. We got to look at the upcoming schedule here for the West Hancock Titans. Dropped their first 2 games to Deer Creek Mackinac, or DMAC, and then faced off against Farmington. A 58-28 loss in the first game and a 60-28 loss in the second one. Face off against Macomb next week, and then Stark County will be the second home game of the year. They'll face off against LVC for the first matchup in Hamilton, and then against Knoxville as an away game on the 11th of October. Illini West will be senior night. That'll be the last home game of the season. That'll be on the 18th of October, and then the final game of the year for the West Hancock Titans will be against Bureau Valley in an away game on the 25th of October. Bureau Valley, if you don't know quite where it's located, it is around the Quad Cities area, about 30 minutes or so east of the Moline area, I believe. Titans coming out of their halftime huddle. They'll add 3 minutes to the clock here before we can get back in to play. We'll take a quick look here at the Elmwood-Brimfield Trojans' upcoming schedule as well. Next week, they'll face off against St. Teresa and then against, again, close hometown rival in Farmington. Both towns only separated by about 15 or 10 minutes or so. Then they'll head out to Bureau Valley, then take on Macomb on the 11th of October. Abington Avon will be their second to last matchup, and then they'll have their senior night against LVC on the 25th of October as well. Didn't make the playoffs last year, but made it, I believe, 3 years in a row before then. Head coach Todd Hollis has made the playoffs 17 out of his 25 years here as head coach for the Elmwood-Brimfield Trojans. Both teams getting ready. 2 minutes and 20 seconds left till we come back out for halftime. Again, Trojans will start off with the ball. Titans will kick off to start the second half. 26-12 is the score. The scoreboard will not be active for this second half of action, so I'll keep trying to update everything in the comment section, and hopefully for future broadcasts we can get it back on. Decided to have an update for the program mid-game here today, so we will not be able to get that scoreboard up and running for the second half, but we'll try to keep you updated in the comment section of the score. Currently 26-12, 1:37 is on the clock before we come out for the kickoff. We're going to head back to a real quick break, and then we'll be back for the second half of action here in Game 3 of the 2024 high school football season. We'll be right back.
Let's go. We got a lot of acres to take 4 tires, tight. 4 tires of fuel, 4 tires of fuel. Come on, we got to get him back out there. He's a busy man.
I'm just here for seed.
It's all part of it. Suit up.
Nutrien Ag Solutions has everything you need to win the season and go full speed ahead.
We're for agriculture, for growers, doers, whatever it takers. We're for doing things with purpose. We're for the little guy with big guy dreams. We're for agriculture. We're for you. Nutrien Ag Solutions, leading the field.
Getting ready for kickoff here in the second half. Titans and Braxton Scott set to kick off. Bo Windish set to return here for the Trojans. 24 minutes left in this game. About an hour and a half in real time, only 24 minutes in game time. Windish picks this one off the bouncer, tries to get outside. Kai Humphreys almost got out there to make the tackle, but shoved out of bounds by a pair of Titan defenders. And the Titan defense will be back out on the field. 3 rushing touchdowns so far today for the Trojans. Only 1 passing attempt in today's game as well. That came as a little 4-yard pass to Bo Windish at the end of the first half, but got called back anyways from a holding call. That ended off the second quarter. Here in the third, Trojans out there on offense. C.J. Ramirez at quarterback. Bo Windish gets the ball, has the offset tight end. He gets about 5 or 6 yards on the carry, and they'll bring up 2nd and 4. You have C.J. Ramirez at quarterback here for the Trojans. Landon Klein as an offset tight end along with Bo Windish. You'll have Matthew Glenn moving between the fullback and halfback position as well. Here they'll hand it off to number 28. Tries to wrap it all the way around the other side of the field. Only Titan lineman on that side, and he gets at least 20 yards trying to cut it back, and he's going to find the end zone again. The full reverse from Matthew Glenn for the 45-yard touchdown. Was dead to rights behind the line of scrimmage, and then decide he's going to wrap around the full side of the field and go for the 55-yard rushing touchdown. Over 200 rushing yards here today for Matthew Glenn. That makes it 32-12 for the Trojans. $11:10 on the clock. 32-12 the score. As these are going to be false start or offsides. They're going to call offsides on the Titans. They still move them closer if they want. Looks like they're going to come out and run a 2-point conversion play here. 32-12 the score now. 11-10 the total. There is a bit of delay on stream, so as I'm talking right now, I believe you guys are only seeing the halftime interview by our lead, our boss, Mr. Dwayne Hulett. Not going to put the score in the comment section just yet. That 2-point conversion is good by Bo Windish. Hops on in and makes it a 34-12 lead for the Trojans. 11-10 on the clock, and it's a 22-point lead for the Trojans. Titans going to return here after this break. We'll be right back.
We're for agriculture. For growers, doers, whatever it takers. We're for doing things with purpose. We're for the little guy with big guy dreams. We're for agriculture. We're for you. Nutrien Ag Solutions, leading the field.
Let's go! Got my anchors to take 4 tires, tight, 4 tires of fuel, 4 tires of fuel. Come on, we gotta get him back out there. He's a busy man.
I'm just here for seed.
It's all part of it. Suit up.
Nutrien Ag Solutions has everything you need to win the season.
Welcome back to Elmwood High School. Trojans getting set to kick off. Grotehouse and Colsonburg set to receive. A big kick again. Colsonburg fakes this one over to Grotehouse, cuts it up the middle of the field, gets hit around the 15-yard line.
After about a 9-yard return, Titans will begin their first down and 10.
Titans will start this drive on their 14-yard line. I'll update the score in the comment section as well. 11:03 on the clock. 34-12, Trojan lead. (34-12). 11:03 on the clock. 1st and 10. Ball at the 15. That'll be shotgun here for the Titans. The snap, they hand it off up the middle to Dayton. Gets hit immediately and tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by number 55. Nathan DeSplinter, I believe, on the tackle.
No gain on the play, 2nd down and 10.
It was actually, correction, number 65, Eric Vasquez, made the tackle behind the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 here for the Titans. Drop back to pass, looking over. Doesn't find Froman, tries to go Grothaus over top, can't get him. Had Froman on the cutback, and Varner got hit hard after he released that one. Johnny Lance on the coverage. 34-12, 10:23 on the clock. That'll bring up 3rd and 10. Ball at the 15 here for the Titans. The rush up the middle didn't work, and neither did the pass over top. Drop back, looking over from and find him open. Would have had him last time. Get him this time. He stays in bounds. He's at the 30, all the way to the 35. Somehow didn't go out of bounds. Gets the Lost Boy Digital 1st down for the Titans.
Titans will have it there, 1st and 10.
It'll be 1st and 10 for the Titans on the 35-yard line after the 15-yard reception by Hunter Froman. They hand it off to Dayton. Dayton gets to the outside. That's a 1st down and a couple more, 15 yards and hit. Ball came loose, but doesn't matter. It went out of bounds. Bo Windish and Tommy Burkett on the tackle. Not before the Lost Boy Digital 1st down for the Titans. A score here would be big for this game.
1st and 10.
Down by 22. Just trying to inch their way back into this one. Shotgun again, trips right is the call from Coach Dorothy. They hand it off to Dayton again, trying to get behind his blockers. A gain of maybe 1 or 2, and that'll bring up 2nd and about 9 to go. Flag on the ground. We'll see what this call is from the head official. They're going to call this one on the defense, I believe. And they're actually going to pick this flag up. When they wave it off like that, that just means they're waving off the flag and picking it up. No penalty on the play, and we'll continue as if nothing happened. 2nd and 9 to go here. Titans with the ball. 34-12 the score. Shotgun, trips right again. Looks back, looks over to Froman. Goes over top for the stop deep go route. Froman, did he catch it? He did. Hunter Froman coming up big here for the Titans on the 30-yard play. Gets him all the way to around the 20. The Titans love to run that turnaround cutback fake for the go route. He'll go for about 30 yards on that one. 1st and 10. Dayton gets the carry. Carry it for about 4 yards and tackled. They'll give him 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd and about 3 to go. 9 minutes on the clock. Froman, an athlete in multi-sports for the Titans, basketball and football as well, only in his sophomore season. Varner at quarterback. Shotgun. Trips right. Hands it off. Up the middle. Dayton gets hit instantly.
In the backfield.
Official runs in to pull bodies off the pile. They'll say gain of none, and it'll bring up 3rd down and about 4 to go. Ball is going to be on the 16-yard line.
It'll be 3rd down and 4.
Trips right again. Same looking formation. Froman alone on the left side of the field. Getting a play from Dorothy. Looks like an audible call here from the Titans. Drop back to pass. Quick pass over to Froman. Froman one-on-one. Catches it at the 5 and brought out of bounds at the 3.
Down close to the 5-yard line.
It'll be around the 5-yard line. The Lost Boy Digital first down again for Hunter Froman. Had the one-on-one against Tommy Burkett. Just too much speed there from Froman. The quick turnaround. Great two-man connection there. Varner released it before Froman was even looking. Gets the ball around the 5-yard line. 1st and goal. Trips right again. See if they go Froman. They'll roll out to the right. Varner trying to get the edge. Does he just throw it away? He doesn't. Can he get the end zone? He does. I believe he got the edge. He did. Touchdown Titans. The Cole Morgan hauling touchdown for Bryce Varner. And the West Hancock Titans put 6 more on the board. That makes it 18-34. 7 minutes and 29 seconds remaining here in the 3rd quarter of action. Going to try to go for 2 here. 2 wide receivers each side, shotgun. Drops back, looks at the right side. One-on-one to Gooding. Gets it, and it's a 2-point conversion is good. 14 points is the lead for the Trojans here with 7:29 remaining. We'll head to a quick break and be right back for the kickoff from the Titans. We'll see what their defense can do.
I went through MDH when we were trying to get pregnant. We were struggling the first year, and then when we got pregnant, I stayed at MDH and through labor and now for pediatrics. My experience was nothing short of phenomenal. I was met with amazing staff members who helped me through concerns that I had when she was first born, helping me learn how to be a new mom. It was really reassuring and comforting knowing that I had so much support and kindness around me. My entire pregnancy at MDH was amazing.
Whatever the day brings, and Mother Nature provides, is no match for what you'll have thanks to Nutrien Ag Solutions.
Welcome back to Elmwood High School. Titans just scored 6 off the quarterback keeper from Bryce Varner. Just got the edge, and then the 2-point conversion was good over to Nolan Gooding on the one-on-one on the far side of the field. 34-20 the score. I am updating the scoreboard in the comment section because our scoreboard is no longer working for this game. Braxton Scott going to be set to kick off. 7 minutes and 29 seconds on the clock. The kickoff boots it to around the 20. It rolls. Picked up here by Matthew Glenn, I believe. No, it's number 34. A couple of Titan defenders. He gets all the way to the 45, and a great return, and Coach Dorothy is not happy about that one. Bo Gruneau on the return for the Trojans, I believe. Or correction, Gus Ulrich. And the Trojans will start on offense. It's been Bo Windish and Matthew Glenn all day for the Trojans. 3 rushing touchdowns for Matthew Glenn here today. He's got over 200 rushing yards against the Titans. And they set up under center. They hand it off to Windish. Windish cuts up the middle of the field with some blockers. Tackled, but not before getting the first down, gaining of 11 yards. Trojans doing a great job at getting their blockers out in front. When they put 10 guys on the line against the Titans 4, they're just able to maneuver however they want. They load up the box. Windish gets the ball again. Tackled by Coltzenberg after the gain of 6 yards. That'll bring up second and about 4 to go. It's also this drowning, fast-paced offense of the Trojans. Get the play set under center and go. No waiting around. Quarterback C.J. Ramirez with the call from Coach Hollis. They hand it off to Glenn. Glenn up the middle. Almost loses the ball, but holds onto it and gets the first down. Ball will be placed at the 21, just short of the red zone. Hunter Froman on the tackle. Believe it was a two-man team tackle. 6:25 on the clock. 34-20 the score. Under center, they got 3 running backs. They pitch it out. I believe this is to Glenn. Glenn gets all the way outside end zone. It isn't Glenn. It's going to be number 7, Bo Windish, for his 3rd touchdown of the game. And they're running all over this Titan defense. They set that one up in I formation. They loaded up with 3 running backs. A fullback, halfback, and tailback. 6:12 on the clock, and a Titan defender is down on the field. We're going to head to a quick break here on TSSR Game Time Live. We'll be right back after this break.
I chose physical therapy because I knew I wanted to be in the healthcare field. I wanted to be able to help patients in some way related to more in depth. We get to know our patients, and that's really what kind of sets us apart. I chose physical therapy because I knew I wanted to be in the healthcare field. I wanted to be able to help patients in some way related to more in depth. We get to know our patients, and that's really what kind of sets us apart.
Whatever the day brings, and Mother Nature provides, is no match for what you'll have thanks to Nutrien Ag Solutions.
The injured player on the field was Braxton Scott, who was previously hurt already in this game. We believe it was a wrist injury at first, but now holding his back. Was able to walk off the field on his own might. 2-point conversion try is good from Matthew Glenn, and that makes it a 40-20 lead here for the Trojans. They add 2 to their score, so it's 42-20. And they back to the 22-point lead against the Titans. Bo Windish and Matthew Glenn with 3 touchdowns. They've each got the hat trick here today. 6:12 remaining on the clock in this third quarter. 42 points on the board. This is their average in both of the games so far this season. Against Knoxville, they put up 41, and against the Illini West Chargers, they scored 42. And here they are with a 42-20 lead against the West Hancock Titans. Bo Windish, the second leading rusher for the Trojans this year. We talk about Matthew Glenn with 168 yards per game. Bo Windish is right behind with 165 yards per game as well. Landon Klein in that third slot. All 3 of them are seniors. Klein with an average of 74 yards per game. Windish with more touchdowns so far this season, has 6 total, now 9 total. Matthew Glenn with 5. He's up to 8 now on the season.
Bo Bruno once again prepares to kick kickoff for the Trojans.
Bo Gruneau set to kick off. The junior with a cannon of a leg so far has been getting it down consistently to the 10. That one a little high in the air, not up to his standard, picked up by Grothaus. He gets to around the 30 and then team tackled. And the Titans will start with the ball at the 30-yard line. Titan offense coming back out. Hunter Froman was a key part of their last offensive drive. Got about a 15-yard reception to get them out of the 3rd and 15 on their own side of the field. And then it was a 30-yard pass from the 50 that got them all the way into the red zone. And then it was just work from in there on the ground and through the air. Froman got him down to the 5. And then it was a quarterback keeper over to the far side of the end zone for the Titans. Set up shotgun here. Gooding and Coltenberg on the far side. Froman and Grothaus near. They hand it off up the middle to Dayton. Dayton gets some blocks here and hit around the 35-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5. A team tackle from Tommy Burkett, as well with Eric Vasquez and a pair of other Trojan defenders. Burkett going to sub off the field here for the Trojans. 2nd and 5 for the Titans, 5:35 on the clock. Down by 22. Second down, 5 to go. Shotgun. They hand it off up the middle to Dayton. Dayton gets about 3 yards on the carry. That'll bring up 3rd down. The first 3 or 4 carries for Dayton here today were stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Had a 15-yard rushing touchdown earlier, as well as a multitude of 5 to 10-yard gainers. Getting ready here for 3rd and 3 to go for the Titans. Shotgun, drop back to pass. Look over to Schmidt. Schmidt catches it and drops. I believe he dropped it for a second, but then held on to it as he was going down. And Ethan Schmidt, I believe that could be his first reception of the season. And it is. Has 1 fumble on the year, and that'll be his first reception of this 2024 season. First down, Lost Boy Digital first down for the Titans. And it'll be 1st and 10 from the 40. 4:30 on the clock. Drop back to pass. Looking over to the middle to Gooding. That one almost picked off. Great defense from number 11, Oliver Thornton. A 6'3" senior gets in there to break up the pass. Had Coltenberg, it seemed, on the check down, running over into the flat, I should say, instead of the check down, was running over for the flat route on the far side of the field. It'll be 2nd and 10 here for the Titans. Shotgun formation. 2 wide receivers either side. Drop back to pass, looking left. He keeps it instead, tries to get to the outside. He does, gets away from Matthew Glenn and out at the 50-yard line, tripped up. It'll be close to the first down marker, and I believe they'll give it to him. That'll be a Lost Boy Digital first down for the West Hancock Titans and in Trojan territory. 4:23 on the clock. Titans using up some time. Varner doing a great job of getting the edge here today and using his legs to churn up some ground for the Titans. That's how the first drive for the Titans started here today. We got quad right here. You got to watch for the screen pass or with the fake. Watch for the option as well. They keep it quarterback option, and that one goes in for about 1 or 2 yards, if any. Last time they ran that play, they ran quad near side of the field. Gave it to Nolan Gooding. When you send that many players over to the far side, you drag over 4 defensive backs, hopefully, if you were the Titans there. And then you decide to run the option, but met by 3 Trojan defenders, expecting that play. 3:25 on the clock. 2 wide receivers either side. Schmidt still in the game. Drops back to pass. Looks over to Kolzenberg. Has to come back, and the ball is incomplete on the ground. Pass just a little behind him.
Intended for number 12, Tucker Kolzenberg. Broken up by 15.
Kolzenberg
Dylan Shane. Third down and
had a big reception on the first drive of the game. Has 5 total on the year for about 50 yards receiving. Averaging about 10 yards per reception does Tucker Kolzenberg. Getting ready for 3rd and 10 here. 3:14 on the clock. Shotgun. Trips left. Looks back to the right side. That's Gooding on the far side of the field. No good. Pass was a little behind Gooding, cutting in on the slant route. Now, if Gooding was able to adjust there and get that pass on his back shoulder, I know that's not where the pass was intended to go, but if he would have been able to turn around and get that on his back shoulder, would have been able to spin out of the defensive back, Oliver Thornton, and possibly get at least the first down. He was only man on that side of the field other than the deep safety, Bo Windish. Trips left again, looking over the middle of the field, and that one no good. Intended for Kolzenberg, but incomplete, and it'll bring up 4th and 10, or 1st and 10 here for the Trojans. A 3rd turnover on downs this season, 2nd one of this game for the Titans. Trojans will come on out.
the end of the 3rd quarter.
3:08.
3 winners who were selected who will be racing
3rd quarter of action still underway. Kai Humphrey heads out onto the field. Tucker Kolzenberg takes his first trip off.
Trojans begin 1st and 10 from just this side.
Bo Windish set up as the tailback. Glenn in there as well. They pitch it out to Windish. Windish finds the outside. Can he get around? He gets tackled, but not before gaining 14 yards on the run.
13-yard gain and a
Trojans think they found the offensive play call. That's the exact same one they ran to get a touchdown earlier on their last drive. That one's a gain of 14. Again, Bo Windish and Matthew Glenn, both with over 150 rushing yards per game.
36, 1st and 10 Trojans.
Titans with one of their lead defensive tackles. Braxton Scott out. Glenn finds the outside. Can he get around every Titan defender? Only got one to beat, and he can. And a touchdown for Matthew Glenn. And that'll make it 48-20 with 2:43 on the clock. Another touchdown run here for the Trojans. That's Glenn's 4th of the game. He's got 9 total on the season, ties Bo Windish, the leading total touchdowns on the season so far. 9 in 3 games for both Windish and Matthew Glenn. Heavy senior class here for Elmwood. Think they got a chance to make it a long way. 2-point conversion is good. The quarterback keeper, C.J. Ramirez, finds the outside. I believe the first quarterback keeper of the game for Ramirez as well.
2:43 remaining in our 3rd
50-20 the score. 30-point lead here for the Trojans with 2:43 remaining. We'll head to a quick break here on TSSR Game Time Live. We'll be right back for the last 2 minutes and 43 seconds of the 3rd quarter.
It was the community that really drew me back to Macomb. I'm from a small community, and I'm from a farm family, and ultimately I always wanted to practice in a place like that, and I felt that I had the ability to connect to people who with a similar background from me, And the fact that the staff members at the hospital and the support, all the support staff at the hospital was also focused with the goal of patient care, it felt like it just all came hammered at home for me.
I chose the MDH OBGYN group because I've heard wonderful things about Dr. Smith. And upon entering the office, I really got along with everybody and got a warm feeling. The staff is warm and inviting and welcoming. It's a small community, so it's a really nice hospital to have here in the rural area. I continue to choose MDH because of the relationships I have. I really enjoy everybody here.
Trojans set to kick off to the Titans here after the rushing touchdown for Matthew Glenn, his 4th of the game. 2:43 on the clock in the third quarter, 30-point lead for the Trojans, 50-28. Titans have allowed 58.5 points per game so far this season, while scoring 28 themselves. This should be, now, great play there from Tucker Coltenberg. This should be a kick out of bounds. If you don't know this ruling, if you kick it out of bounds, you get the ball placed at the 35. Now, that ball did go out of bounds, but because Coltenberg was out of bounds when he touched the ball, it will be a kicking penalty, and the ball will be placed at the 35-yard line for the Titans. A great use of his awareness there after Coltenberg should be getting the Titans the ball at the 35. One of those very niche rules in football that you normally would not expect. Great knowledge there from Coltenberg. Got to applaud him on that one. If you saw him, if you go back to that, they should be getting the ball here on the 35, but they're not going to call it. The coaches for the Titans are trying to get them to the 35. It should be a penalty because Coltenberg was out of bounds when he touched that ball. It should be placed at the 35-yard line for the Titans. That is where it will go. Great use of football IQ there from Coltenberg. A very rare play, but nonetheless, he gets it. Should add 30. It doesn't technically add 35 yards to his name, but should add 30 yards to his name for that play. Would have been at the 5 if he recovered it inbounds. Look over the middle. That one no good. Into the chest of Coltenberg. That one's going to be incomplete.
It's broken off by 15 Dylan Shane, incomplete. 2nd and 10.
It'll bring up 2nd and 10 here for the Titans. And that pass to Coltenberg, no good, off the chest plate. Shotgun formation again with 2:39 on the clock. Handed off up the middle to Dayton. He gets met very quickly by this Trojan defense. I believe Derek Cox met him at the line initially, the 6'5 junior.
53, Bernie Cantorna.
Bernie Cantorna also in on the tackle. A big, stout defensive line here from the Trojans. They got number 73, Derek Cox, a 6'5 junior, along with Aaron Brown, the 6'3", 330-pound senior, who subs in and out of this defensive line. We've got 3 linemen right now. Looks like they're running a nose and 2 edges, pressing against the line of scrimmage. They're running man with 2 safeties over top. Can't get to him. They pressure Varner.
Wrapped up in the backfield by number 5, Lane Johnson.
They rush 5 and get to Varner. They get their first sack of the game, I believe. And that'll bring up 4th and 15 with 1:30 on the clock here in the third. Titans will punt it away. Froman with a 45-yard punt earlier in today's matchup, along with a 15-yard punt, which was his first. 50-20 the score, 1:15 on the clock. That one going to be booted out of bounds. Should be placed around the 45. They're going to say at the 40 is the official call.
40-yard line.
So a 30-yard punt there for Froman. And it'll bring up 1st and 10 for the Trojans. 1:06 on the clock. 4 rushing touchdowns for Matthew Glenn and 3 rushing touchdowns for Bo Windish here today. The only touchdown scores for their team so far. Max Eccles of DMAC High School had 4 touchdowns as well. They set up, rush the far side of the field. Now up the middle, wide open, Bo Windish, another touchdown. That's at the 10. The only thing that can bring this back is a flag and a touchdown for Bo Windish, his 4th of the game. That's 60 yards, and that'll give them a 56-20 lead. And Bo Windish sets this off quick with a touchdown. PAT or 2-point conversion coming here for the Trojans. Looks like they'll go for the PAT. Bo Gruneau set to kick it. That'll be a 20-yard PAT attempt. The kick is up and good. 57-20 the score with 58 seconds left on the clock. We'll head to a break before the kickoff to the Titans. 58 seconds remaining here in the 3rd quarter.
Let's go. You got a lot of acres to take 4 tires, tight. 4 tires of fuel, 4 tires of fuel. Come on, we got to get him back out there. He's a busy man.
I'm just here for seed.
It's all part of it. Suit up.
Nutrien Ag Solutions has everything you need to win the season and go full speed ahead.
We're for agriculture, for growers, doers, whatever it takers. We're for doing things with purpose. We're for the little guy with big guy dreams. We're for agriculture. We're for you. Nutrien Ag Solutions, leading the field.
Kick is away. Coltonberg returns it at the 10. He'll get hit at the 15. Came out of this timeout quick.
On the return, takes it up to about the 15-yard line. And that's where the Titans will begin. 1st and 10.
It'll be 1st and 10 for the Titans. At around the 15-yard line. Titans punted it away on their last drive. After starting at the 35-yard line, Ethan Schmidt will come off the field. 1st and 10 at the 15. 53 seconds on the clock. They'll hand it off to Dayton. He gets hit immediately in the backfield. Then team tackled.
Chandler Dayton is met quickly in the
I
backfield.
believe he was met by number 73, Derek Cox, along with Bernie Cantorna, a 6-foot senior. That'll bring up 2nd and 10. They're going to say no gain. Had forward momentum at the line of scrimmage instead of counting it as a loss of any yards. 20 seconds on the clock, and it looks like they're going to take this one into the 4th quarter. 57-20 the score. Trojans up by 37 points on the Titans here at Elmwood High School. They'll head to the timeout. We will as well. 4th quarter of action. Only thing left here today.
Elmwood-Brimfield.
We'll be ready for that fourth quarter right after this break.
We're always moving. Scratch that. We're always moving forward. But forward can sometimes look a little backwards. Or like circles. Or like nothing at all. But we never stop. We never stop. Because life never stops. It's hard to stop a train.
Some farmers I know swear by a name. Say they'd never operate anything else. Well, here are a few names for my Fendt 900 Gen 6 series. Fuel Saver. Time Maximizer. Game Changer. I like those names.
Well, I've always had an interest in the medical field, and then growing up, I actually went through physical therapy myself for an injury, and that got me back to playing my sports and the activities that I loved. So seeing that firsthand, I got to see how much physical therapy could really benefit others.
Welcome back to Elmwood High School. Titans with the ball. Gonna rock trips right here. Have not started the official clock yet here for the fourth yet. Coach Dorothy and Coach Todd Hollis having a conversation out there. They're either I believe they're signing for the continuous clock.
As we begin our fourth quarter play, it'll be 2nd down and 10.
I'm not super familiar with the rules, but I believe if each coach decides that they want to have the continuous clock on a loss of 30 and above at the start of the fourth, they can implement it. If they don't decide that, it's just going to be set at 40 as the normal rule. That one's picked off. This is going to be a pick six for the Trojans, and a quick start to this quarter, and that'll give them a 43-point lead. JT Good on the pick six.
That'll be yet another $25 donated by Farmers State Bank.
63 to 20, 11:55 on the clock. 43-point lead for the Trojans. On the first passing play of the third quarter, Varner throws a pick six. JT Good just hiding behind the line, pops up and walks it into the end zone scot-free. We'll see if we get the PAT attempt here from the Trojans or if they'll go for two. Looks like they're going for the PAT again. And bringing out the snapper. Windish on the hold. Bo Gruneau on the kick. They fake it. Might have been a bad snap. All the way to the corner. 2-point conversion is good for Windish.
Successful 2-point conversion.
2-point conversion is good, and 65 to 20 is the score. 45-point lead here for the Trojans.
Elmwood-Brimfield 65, West Hancock 20.
They score off the pick six. 11:55 on the clock. We're going to head to a quick break yet again, and we'll be right back for the kickoff to the Titans.
Let's go. Y'all want acres to take 4 tires, tight 4 tires of fuel, 4 tires of fuel. Come on, we got to get him back out there. He's a busy man.
I'm just here for seed.
It's all part of it. Suit up.
Nutrien Ag Solutions has everything you need to win the season and go full seat ahead.
Whatever the day brings, and Mother Nature provides, is no match for what you'll have thanks to Nutrien Ag Solutions.
Trojans getting set for the kickoff here. It's a 65-20 lead for Elmwood-Brimfield, with hopes of the postseason, potentially starting off this year 3-0 after 2 solid wins against Illini West and Knoxville, and potentially one coming here today with a 65-20 lead to the Titans. And this kickoff is up and away over the head of Coltonberg into the end zone. Titans will start at the 20-yard line. It'll be a touchback. Titans offense coming back out onto the field. Had a pick 6 on their last drive, and a timeout on the field is called, I believe, by the Trojans, and it is. Some more stats here for the Elmwood-Brimfield football team. Not a lot of passing yards, but receiving yards per game. Bo Windish leads the team with 30 so far. Then it's a big drop-off to Tommy Burkett, who only averages 4 each game. JT Good, the leading tackler for this Trojan defense, who we just saw get a pick 6 to start off the fourth quarter of action. And Jay Hampton has 1 sack, the sack leader for this Trojan team. And because of that pick 6, JT Good ties Bo Windish with the most interceptions on this team as well. Only 1 passing touchdown on the season for the Trojans. Shotgun, they hand it off up the middle. They get it to the outside. This is Dayton. He's got about 1 to beat. He stiff arms him. He gets to the 40. He gets to the 30. Just has to beat a couple more. 30, 15, 20, 10, 5, touchdown. Chandler Dayton. He goes 80 yards all the way to the house. Dayton with a couple of negative yard runs to start off the game, bust out an 80-yard touchdown. That's his second touchdown of today. That's an 80-yard Cole Morgan hauling touchdown for the West Hancock Titans. Have a chance to get the 2 here. .11:34 on the clock, going for the 2-point conversion. Trips right. 65-26. And the snap by Varner. Gives it off to Coltonberg. He glides in for the 2-point conversion. That makes it a 65-30 lead for the Trojans. The 80-yard rushing touchdown for Chandler Dayton gives him his second on the game. Before today's matchup, he only averaged 40 yards. Well, he only averaged, 2.35 yards per carry. Had 40 rushing yards on the season. On that play alone, has doubled his previous yardage. Coltonberg led the team previously with 75 rushing touchdowns, and now alone belongs to number 10, Chandler Dayton, who caps off the drive with a rushing touchdown. 11:34 on the clock, 65-28 the score. Titans set to kick off. Coltonberg will be out there to kick it away for the Titans. First kickoff we'll see here today from Coltonberg.
12, Tucker Colsonberg prepares to kick for the Titans.
We'll see if they try the onside kick. This one's a boot away. They won't try the onside. Bo Windish on the return. He goes to the far side. He'll get a couple blocks. He finds the edge. He'll get a couple more, and then out of bounds around the 40-yard line. That'll be a solid return of at least 40 yards.
There's a penalty flag across the way.
Penalty flag is on the field, however. Face masking on the defense or on the kickoff team.
Face mask against West Hancock.
That'll add 15 yards to the end of the play for the Trojans. I'll start off with great field position. Should be around the 25-yard line. Stopping the clock at 10:52. No continuous clock in effect here.
There's a timeout on the field taken by the Titans.
Timeout by the Titans. We'll take a timeout as well. TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH. West Hancock Titan Sports presented by LJ Insurance. We'll be right back after this timeout.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there is limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
We're for agriculture, for growers, doers, whatever it takers. We're for doing things with purpose. We're for the little guy with big guy dreams. We're for agriculture. We're for you. Nutrien Ag Solutions, leading the field.
First and 10 for the Trojans. Ball on the 25-yard line. They hand it off up the middle. This will be a gain of about 4 yards
Miles Alger, the ball carrier.
before Miles Aldridge is stopped.
Takes it down to the 20-yard line.
That'll be second down and about 6 or 7 to go here for the Trojans. Gus Ulrich was the carrier there for the Trojans. Second down. They hand it off up the middle again. That offensive line is pushing.
The middle by number 38, Gus Ulrich.
Gus Ulrich on the carry for the second time in a row. It'll bring up 3rd and 2 to go here. Gain of 3.
3rd down and 2.
Trojans coming back out. They pitch it out to the outside, get a couple of blockers out there as well. Up the middle, hit at the 7-yard line. It'll be first and goal here for the Trojans. 9:30 on the clock. Number 24, the quarterback here for the Trojans. Do not have him on our roster sheet on JV or varsity. Set up under the center. They hand it off up the middle. They'll push this one, but tackled right around the line of scrimmage by number 44. That's Malachi McCoon on the tackle, the senior.
About a yard of the play, 2nd and goal.
Number 75, Corey Skinner has to come off the field. Helmet came off. Might have gotten a concussion, I believe. Holding his head now. He seems to be walking it off. Slow, methodical offense here from the Trojans. Only 8:30 left on the clock here in this game. Set it up again. They give it to the fullback up the middle. This will be a gain of maybe 1. They're going to say it was a gain of 2 yards. Ball's going to be placed at the 7-yard line. 3rd down here for the Trojans. 65-28 the score. Under center. They snap it. They give it up the middle. Is that an end zone touchdown? It is. Miles Auger.
Trojans touchdown.
Miles Auger on the touchdown.
7-yard touchdown.
The sophomore gets his first touchdown of the game.
That means another $25 donated by Farmers State Bank.
10 total touchdowns for the Trojans here today against the Titans. 4 from Matthew Glenn and 4 from Bo Windish. Miles Auger with his first, and JT Good with the pick 6 earlier this quarter.
Ulrich up the middle, and he stops short of the 2-point conversion.
Two-point conversion, no good. 7:47 remaining here in the 4th quarter. Trojans going to be set to return. We'll head to a quick timeout and be right back for the kickoff.
Hey, Frank. Hey, Jeff. How's the farm?
Good, thanks.
Nice choice. Let's get you loaded up.
No matter where you are or what you grow, make sure you start with Dyna-Gro Seed. For local farm expertise and local seed options, no other seed brand gets you closer to the results you want.
71-28 the score after Miles Auger gets his first rushing touchdown of the game. Titans set to return. It's Froman and Coltonburn. 71-28. The kickoff here is low and out of bounds. Ball will be placed at the 35. They're putting on the continuous clock, or stopped it just there. Excuse me.
Let's have a big hand for our Elmwood-Brimfield Spirit squad tonight for all their spirit and for doing more.
Titans will have the 1st and 10 from the 35. Their last drive came with an 80-yard rushing touchdown by Chandler Dayton. His 2nd of the game has been the highlight for the Titans here today. Titans average 28 points per game, have met that mark here right now. Varner comes out to give the play to the Titans. 2 wide receivers going to be on either side. Dayton in at back. Shotgun formation. They'll hand it off to Dayton. He gets to the outside. Gets about 7 yards, then tackled inbounds.
Takes it up to about the 43-yard line.
Gets it to around the 43. That'll be 2nd and 2 to go. 6:45 on the clock. Titans been running it heavy here this quarter. Trips left for the Titans. Looking over to Gooding. Gooding just can't get his hands on it. Pass is a little high. Intended for Gooding, no good. Incomplete pass. Clock continues to run at 6 minutes. It's 3rd and 3 to go. Shotgun trips left again. Same exact formation here for the Titans. Varner looking over to Gooding. He tries to find him. He can't. Instead, he'll run, throw it over the middle of the field. That one almost intercepted, but incomplete. Too low. Can't get it to any of his players. Bio Gruneau. That'll make it 4th and 2. 5:30 on the clock now. Fourth and 2 to go here for the Titans. 2 receivers either side. Shotgun handed off up the middle to Dayton. Dayton bounces it to the outside. He'll get a few more. And hit out of bounds. That'll be a Lost Boy Digital first down for the Titans. A big hit out of bounds, but nonetheless, the Titans get the first.
At the 41-yard line of the Trojans, where it'll be 1st and 10.
Dayton adds 10 more yards to his name here. 4:40 on the clock now. Drop back to pass, screen pass over to Grotehouse. Gets a couple of blocks here from Gooding. He finds the edge, only has 1 to beat. He's at the 15, the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Gunnar Grotehouse. And the Titans add 6. A 42-yard touchdown reception from Gunnar Grotehouse. Makes it a 34-71 score. Titans break 28 for the first time this year with that touchdown. They'll go for the 2-point conversion here. That's Grotehouse's 2nd touchdown reception of the season. They hand it off to Dayton. He gets in easily for the 2-point conversion, and that'll make it 71-36, 4:25 on the clock. We'll head to another break here before the Titans kick it off to the Trojans with only 4 minutes, 25 seconds remaining here in the 4th.
Well, I've always had an interest in the medical field, and then growing up, I actually went through physical therapy myself for an injury, and that got me back to playing my sports and the activities that I loved. So seeing that firsthand, I got to see how much physical therapy could really benefit others.
Dry needling is where you insert a filiform needle into a muscle, a tendon, a ligament, sometimes a bone, and it promotes blood flow and circulation so that it heals that particular.
Whatever the day brings and Mother Nature provides is no match for what you'll have thanks to Nutrien Ag Solutions.
Titans set to kick off here. 71-36 the score. Coltzenberg, the kickoff man.
Tucker Coltzenberg prepares to kick for the Titans.
Boots this one away. Bounces at the 20. Returned by Logan Estes. He cuts up field and going to be tackled around the 33. Gain of about 14 on yet that return. Clock will run 4 minutes. Injured player on the field. We're going to head to another break. We'll be right back. Another Titan player injured.
MTC Communications is building a high-speed fiber network in our community, and we're putting priority on the areas with the greatest interest. That means we need your input to let us know you want us to build fiber in your area first. Experience the speed and convenience of fiber internet by visiting our special website and registering. Let us know you want fiber internet today and make your voice heard.
At Country Financial, we enjoy serving the community in which we live, big or small. I love living in the Blandonsville area. It's where I grew up, went to school, and decided to raise my family. I never had a desire to live or work anywhere other than in a small town. I feel lucky to help my longtime friends and neighbors with their insurance needs. It's like working with family every day.
Trojans start off their drive. Ball is loose. Titans saying it's theirs. And it is Titan ball. On the 1st and 10 play, the Trojans fumble it away. And the Titans come out on offense. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Titans at the 30-yard line. That's their 8th fumble recovery of the season. Or I should say 4th fumble recovery of the season, 8th forced fumble.
Take over, 1st and 10 on the Trojan 31-yard line.
The ball will be placed officially on the 31. 2:50 on the clock. Continuous clock is running. The snap, drop back, looking over top. Launches it up to Gooding. Can he get him? He can't. Lays out for it. And a great try, just no good. Gooding almost had it in his hands, but collision to the ground and just barely can't grab it. That'll bring up 2nd and 10 here for the Titans. West Hancock with 36 points here today. Their most this season. 71 points for the Trojans, their most this season, and most allowed by both teams as well. Setting up 2nd and 10. 2 minutes on the clock. Drop back, looking over screen past the Coltenberg. Has a couple of blockers, but tackled around the 26. An ISO tackle by the Trojans. That'll bring up 3rd and about 5 to go with 1:30 on the clock. Getting ready for the snap quick here. Trips left for the Titans. Drop back to pass, looking over the middle of the field to Gooding. That one over his outreached hands. That'll bring up 4th and 5 to go here for the Titans. 1 minute remaining in this game. Varner in shotgun. Trips left. Drops back. Looks over to Gooding. That one again just a little high. Turnover on downs. And it'll be Trojan ball with only 40 seconds remaining and counting. And that will be the end of this game here. Trojans will get the win and move to 3-0. Titans will fall to 0-3. Titans' next matchup will be against Macomb. That one will be at Macomb. Had a close matchup last year at Hamilton. We'll see how this one goes. Trojans get the win, 71-36, the final score. That's all from us here at TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. West Hancock Titan Sports is presented by LJ Insurance. Again, thank you to everybody joining in and watching. We'll be live next week as well in Macomb. I'm Luke Little, Emily Hagee saying thank you and signing off here at Elmwood High School. The Trojans get the win against the Titans.
We'll travel down to Decatur to St. Teresa High School. School next Friday night.